I'm Gemma from Generation Strength and welcome to day 18 of the 30-day Strength from Home workout challenge, where we're going to be working out every single day for the next 30 days. Today we're going to be using a resistance band to get the most out of our stretching. They place minimal stress on the joints and they complement the way that our muscles naturally contract and release. They also allow us to go deeper into the stretch so that we can get more out of our stretching routine by enhancing active flexibility and improving the range of motion at our joints. Take resistance band shoulder width apart. We're going to be doing shoulder rotations. Take the band over the head as low as you can. Bring it back in line with chest and back over. We're going to be doing each move for 45 seconds and then we're going to be switching for a full body stretching routine. So, feet pointing forward, soft knees, arms shoulder width apart, bringing the band over, slightly pulling it out as I come over to stretch the shoulders. I'm taking it all the way over. I'm engaging my core so that my back isn't tilted, it's not hyperextended. So as we come over, the back is neutral and flat. The only movement is coming from the shoulders. Feel it stretching the front of the shoulders, coming over, stretching the chest and back. Nice and slow through the full range of motion. Now we're going to go around the shoulder, bring the arm forward. So same shoulder width distance. Out in front, I rotate one arm over the shoulder and make a circle with the other one. As I come over the shoulder, I pull the band and go back around. Again, core is strong, so to make sure that my hips are not tilted. 10 more seconds here. Now we're switching, so I'm going over with my right hand and taking the left, it follows around. I'm sweeping the arm around and taking it as far back as I can, and I'm feeling it on the front of my shoulders. Again, make sure that the back is flat, that you're not arching the back, you're not flaring the ribs. The movement is just coming from the shoulders. Nice and slow and controlled. From here, we're taking the band in front of us and we're pulling it apart, bringing it against the chest. So I bring my arms back, they're straight, and then I'm pulling my shoulder blades together. Bringing the resistance band across my chest, pulling the arms back. Hold it here for a second, stretch out the back. We should be rounding the shoulders up, try and keep as much space as you can between the shoulder and the ear. So I'm bringing the scapula back and down. From here, we're going to take the band overhead. We're going to do a chest stretch. We're going to hold it here. Again, make sure that the shoulders aren't up, they're down. And I'm pulling the band apart. Again, soft knees, make sure they're not hyperextended. Make sure that the lower back is flat, that the bum is tucked, and we're not in this position. From here, we're going to go into an internal shoulder stretch. So, wrap the band around the hand, bring it up the back, pull from the top of the band, and hold it here. So I'm bringing the band over the opposite shoulder and feeling the stretch in the shoulder joint. We're going to make sure that the shoulder isn't rotated forward, that the chest is up and the shoulder is back. If it feels a little bit too intense, take the hand a little bit lower. It's to your range of motion. If you're not feeling the stretch very much in the shoulder, you can take it a little bit higher, pulling the band up. Do the same on the other side, so I'm going to wrap my hand in the band, bring it over the other shoulder, pulling the band up and holding here. So my palm is facing up, my shoulder is back, and there's space between my shoulder and my ear, so I'm not up, rounded and rotated forward. Make the stretch a little bit more intense by pulling the resistance band up, bringing the arm a little bit higher. Deep breath here. Next we're going to go into a hamstring stretch. So you're going to bring the band in the mid of the foot. You're going to bend down, you're going to bring it and loop it around your neck. Make sure that the feet are in line. From here the back is straight and I'm standing up. I'm pushing my hips back and I'm feeling it in my hamstrings. As I come forward, knees are soft so I'm not hyperextending them. So you should feel it in the back of the legs. Keep the chin tucked as I go down so the head is up. As I come up, my chest is forward. From here, we're going to go down to the mat. We're going to be doing a laying hamstring stretch. So both legs, one leg is down, the other leg is up, they're both straight. So I don't want there to be a bend in the knee. I want to keep it straight and bring the foot as close as we can while keeping the knee straight. So if we're here, we're going to take it back until I can hold it straight. From here, we're going to take it out to the side. And we're stretching the inner part of the upper leg, the adductor. I'm pulling the band, I'm keeping my other hip down so I'm not rotating off. The left hip is on the floor. I'm bringing the leg as far down as I can. And I'm pulling the foot towards me. Holding it here, deep breaths. Take it back to the center, I'm going to take it in the other direction. So here I'm getting a nice stretch on my glute. You might find that this side is a little bit tight so that you can't go as low. Just take the stretch to as far as you're comfortable. I'm pulling the band for tension as I'm dropping my foot down. Flexing my foot so I'm not letting it relax, bringing the toes towards my knees. From here I'm back in the center and I'm going to do a deep glute stretch. So I'm bringing the foot in, so my knee is pointing away from me, and I want a straight line between my ankle and my knee, pulling it in. So pull the band, come close to the foot, pulling the band in. So you should be feeling this in the deep glute muscles. side, so the leg comes up, the other leg is down. Again, knee is straight, leg is straight. I bring it in as far as I can without the knee bending. So I'm flexing the foot. And I'm holding the stretch, pulling it closer when I can. From here, I'm going out to the side. This will be staying down, okay, so we're not rotating up. The lower back is flat against the floor and the hip is pressed down. My leg is out to the side. I'm using the resistance band to hold tension and I'm pulling the foot towards me. Feeling the stretch on the inner part of my thigh. Again, I'm flexing the foot. Taking the foot back to center, taking the leg over to the other side to stretch the glute. So you should be feeling this in the outer hip. Now we're going to come down, pulling the foot in, the knee goes out, it points away, it points to the wall. Straight line from the knee to the ankle. So I'm coming close to the band and I'm pulling it in. This in the deep glute muscle, so in the center of the bum, and then out towards the outer hip. From here I'm going to come up, one foot in the center, take the band, put it around the foot. I'm coming down, I'm keeping the back straight, I'm coming down towards my thigh. You can take the elbow on the inside of the knee, coming closer, so we're stretching the back and we're stretching the hamstring. So we're going to switch. Foot comes in the middle, around mid-foot. Okay, so don't put the resistance band too high. Want it mid-foot. Back is straight. I'm bending from the hips down. From here, I'm taking the elbow on the inside of my knee, pulling my body towards my leg. So I'm feeling the stretch in the opposite side of the back, and then in the hamstring of the straight leg. We're going to go into a quadricep stretch, so you're going to loop the band around the foot. I'm going to come over. So band is mid-foot. So my hip is down, I'm pulling my heel into my bum and I'm stretching the quadricep on the front of the leg. Bringing my legs slightly off the mat so I can get a little bit of a deeper stretch, but I'm keeping my hip down. Switching foot, again, band in the center of the foot, bring the resistance band over the same side shoulder. Hip stays down, but the leg is off. Pulling the heel to the bum. Keeping the foot slightly flexed, so that if I bring it here, the band doesn't roll off. Keeping the back flat, try not to arch the back coming up. From here we're going to go to a half kneeling quadricep stretch with hip flexor. So same again, but from a kneeling position. As I look forward, so I'm coming forward here, I'm pulling the band up, pulling the heel to the bum, and I'm opening up the hip, resting my elbow on my kneeling leg. So here we're stretching the front of the hip, we're also stretching the quadricep. Foot forward, the pressure is on my heel. My knee is pointing straight, okay, it's not coming in. We can even point it out slightly to open up the hips. Other side, this is the last stretch. So band over the same shoulder and pulling the band up to bring the heel to the bum. Leaning forward, so I'm stretching the hip flexor. You can squeeze the bum. So stretch the hip flexor, then relax. Okay, full body resistance band workout done. I will see you tomorrow for day 19.